Hello everyone and welcome back. Long time no see. You may actually have been wondering where I've been, and I've actually just been here doing my normal training. Nothing's changed really. Just felt a bit burnt out from some of the events that we're doing, specifically the triathlons, because anyone who's ever done one knows that the day itself and leading into it can be quite stressful. So I think just over time the sheer amount of them that I've done has just sort of caught up with me, and sort of started to get a bit burnt out with them. But didn't really enjoy my last one in St. Knots when I was going into it, expecting to have a really great day because it was an Olympic distance. I thought it would be a lot more fun than the 70.3s, but it turned out to be an absolute horror show really. Got beaten up quite a bit on the mass start on the swim, then the wind on the bike leg sort of took out my front end at one point, which meant that I didn't really enjoy the rest of the bike after that, and that was quite early on. And then the run, I just couldn't go up to the paces I was expecting for the 10k off the bike. So only positive really was getting it finished after all of that. I could have quite easily have DNF'd like I've done before, but I always find it quite embarrassing now to DNF. I've said I'm not going to do that again, so I'm going to stick to that. But yeah, that's where I've been, just continuing with the training leading into Weymouth and the rest of the year's events. So the actual next event that we're doing isn't a triathlon at all. It's a rather big run event, and it's the Big Half in London. And that is on Sunday the 22nd. Today's Saturday the 21st. I've done this now, this will be the third time. It's an absolutely brilliant event. It must be like the biggest half marathon in the country. I can't imagine there's a bigger one than this. But if you ever get a chance to do it, get an entry in, it is brilliant fun. It's a great day, the route's really cool. Support along the way is absolutely massive. Yeah, it's a really good one. So that's tomorrow. In terms of how the training's been going, like I say, I've stopped nothing with the training. I'm still continuing with my route to being an average swimmer, with my multiple swims at the pool a week and then one at the lake, focusing on the drills. In terms of the bike, I've actually gone back to the 4-week FTP booster on Zwift, because I just figure if I can get my FTP up a little bit leading into Weymouth in September, I can probably hold a slightly higher average power throughout the whole day, so because it's quite a tough bike course in Weymouth. Difference I've made in my training is now my long runs are actually quite long. So I started a few weeks ago, because we also have London Marathon towards the end of the year. That's October, first weekend of October. So getting ready for that, I've started to up my long runs. I started a couple of weeks ago with a 21 kilometre run, and then I've been adding 3 kilometres on every week, and I think that might be the reason why I've sort of been feeling a little bit tired. I've actually struggled with some of my training sessions since I've started the long run, especially on the turbo and the sort of higher intensity club run sessions on the weeknights. So yeah, we're up to 27k in terms of the long runs, and then obviously tomorrow is a 21 kilometre race. terms of the big half tomorrow, I am in A wave at North start. So kicking off at 8:30 a.m, so it's going to be a very early morning, probably up at 5, driving to the tube station at 6, getting the bags dropped off by 7, and then getting ready. It's a bit of an ordeal, but still less of an ordeal than a triathlon event. So that'll be tomorrow. Plan for the actual race, I'm just going to take a couple of gels and probably have one every 30 minutes, both with caffeine in, I think. And it's just to go out hard, really, go out as hard as I can. My current PB leading into this is also at this event from 2020, last year's event. So that's a low 127. My actual hope for today, for the day, is to maybe get around 122.30. And then I think if everything went really well, I might be able to get a minute ahead of that, so 121.30, and if things went badly, maybe a 123.30. I'm pretty much guaranteed a PB unless something very significant goes wrong, which I think is always good going to some of these events, because mentally, I think looking down at your watch, if you ever do that, and seeing a pace that's well above your previous pace is really motivating. So yeah, hopefully around 122.30, although my club rival is also running this event tomorrow. His PB is way ahead of mine. I think it is in the mid 122s. So tomorrow we shall be racing, whether he likes it or not. I will be racing him. And yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. So I guess now it's time for a couple of hydration tabs and a good night's sleep, and get up bright and early tomorrow. Let's see how it goes.
Where did Ben Parks go?
Are you feeling good? Enduring 3? Yeah. PB.
A 2 out of 10 marathon runner in London last year. He was 4th here in the Vitality Big Half, Johnny Mellor. Runners, give away to your VIP starter, Olympic.
Initial thoughts, that was incredibly painful. Oh well.